no secret, more presidential Trump waiting to emerge, and years of new tone coverage has aged poorly. CNN's Wolf Blitzer asked whether people could expect to see a less blunt, less angry Donald Trump in February 2016, less than 2 months after Trump called for a total and complete shutdown of Muslims entering the United States. A few days later, CNN's Dana Bash commented that she was struck at how different his demeanor was during an interview she conducted with Trump. During the interview, Bash gushed over Trump's supposed restraint in the previous few days. "I kind of want to ask, who are you and what have you done with Donald Trump?" she joked, before adding, "You really have seemed to have changed your tone. You have gone back to basics. You're really not engaging, even when people engage you and talk about the fact that you're a counterpuncher. It's not happening now." Bash's interview was a day after a debate in which Trump promised to bring back a hell of a lot worse than waterboarding to torture enemy combatants. This, somehow, fit in with the changed tone Bash mentioned. On April 20, 2016, Tom Lamas of ABC's World News Tonight with David Muir lauded Trump's more serious tone and more presidential style. What did Trump do to earn this praise? During a primary victory speech, he referred to Sen. Ted Cruz, RTX, as Senator Cruz instead of Lion Ted, a nickname he'd been throwing around for a while at that point. The same segment showed Trump almost immediately returning to his insult-slinging ways at his very next event, but for some reason, his ability to be temporarily polite was worthy of ABC's applause. Reporting on the same speech over at CNN, Jason Carroll said that Trump's win in the New York primary was signaling a new phase in his campaign because he was dropping most of the insults and sounding more presidential. In yet another segment, CNN's Brooks Baldwin said that Trump was appearing less combative, more presidential. "Get ready for the new Donald Trump," MSNBC's Mika Brzezinski said on the May 4, 2016, edition of Morning Joe, calling Trump's tone as evidence of the beginning of a massive pivot to the general election. These clips are just the tip of the example iceberg, but hopefully help illustrate how far back the search for Trump's new tone goes. Media experts' unwillingness to contextualize the Trump presidency makes them bad at their jobs. Political analysts' compulsive need to grade Trump on a curve has made much of their work worthless. For instance, look at the coverage of Trump's address to a joint session of Congress on February 28, 2017. Ahead of the speech, CNN repeatedly referred to the address as an opportunity to reset his presidency. Immediately following the speech, mainstream outlets confirmed this hypothesis. "We saw the long-awaited pivot," said ABC's Alex Castellanos. "For the first time, I'm hearing people say he looked and sounded presidential," said CBS Gayle King. The most infamous and mockable moment came when CNN's Van Jones gushed about how Trump became president that night. "Let's block ads. Why?"
Show your love for him. Click the link in description. Thanks for watching.